Hello, everybody. We're back again, and we got a good show today. Got the man himself, Steve Briganda. I knew I was going to mess that up. Briganda. We'll see if you can tell me whether I got it right or not when you get on here. But yeah, we got a good show today. But here he is, and give him a big hand. How about that?
Hey, Dink, thanks for having me.
Hey,
What's up,
what's
buddy?
going on, man?
So you said
Well,
it wrong, though. So it's Brigandy, but it's okay. We're good.
Briganda, man, I rip up some names, man.
No, we're good. You and I are good.
I did a show of a guy down in California. It's Rob Cleland. I'm gonna try this again. Cleland, I think that's his name. And I said selling, right? And he sent me a message. The show was good, but you got my name wrong. I said, well, I raped some names, man. I'm telling you. But it's good having you on here, man. And tell me a little bit about yourself. I mean, what are you doing?
All right, so I own a hot rod shop in Southern California called OC Rods and Customs in Lake Elsinore, and I've been building classic cars, trucks, and vans since I was 16.
I ain't gonna ask you how
yeah.
long that's been.
Well, I'll be 55 in a few weeks. How's that one?
Oh hell, you're right behind me. Oh,
So, yeah, so I have this thing for vans, and I just finished one up, and we sold it. It wasn't exactly what I wanted, and I'd been on the web looking for something else. I got a buddy of mine out there that was in my truck club back in the day. I watched a podcast a week ago about when your vans broke down and the mini truck scene, and
oh yeah,
yeah. So
I hated that.
we've been around vans all of our lives. We went to truck and van shows. I think back when I was a kid, it was at Huntington Beach. Our gang vans and old time vans were back here. Those are two clubs,
Uh,
and so we used to camp with them and hang out with them. And I always had love for the art of these things, and I was really seriously looking for something really done and really over the top. I wanted a show van. I want to build another one. It takes too long, really, because I have a client base. We're busy at my shop, so how much time do you have to build something from the scratch up, or how much
true.
time do you have to make one better than it was?
Now you had a van before this one,
Yeah,
right?
this is so I sold two. Once I bought this one, I sold both my vans. So I had another 74 Dodge, that one there.
This one here.
That one went to New York. That was a great van. Actually, I had just finished up on that van. Another time capsule we found out here in California. But I sold that van really to buy this one I just bought. And StoneHenge isn't going anywhere. That was getting loaded up on the truck. That was heading off to New York in an enclosed trailer. Great van.
That's a
Ran
nice
great. It was cool, and it had a really cool interior in it. It was finished. It just wasn't over the top enough for what I was looking for. And really, I kind of tripped across StoneHenge. That particular day, I wasn't looking to buy that. I'm on all the van sites, on Facebook.
right.
That was on custom 60s through 80s vans. And a gentleman named John Morrow posted it. And I had never met him. And John, if you're watching this, thank you for doing that. A friend of his had the van. John had the opportunity to buy this van before me. But he had something else in his life, another vehicle or something that he was working with. So I reached out to Rocky Allen, which Rocky Allen owed this for over 25 years. Now, Rocky didn't build the van, but Rocky bought the van back 25, 30 years ago. And he showed it, and he was out of Indiana, I believe is where I got it. I bought the van sight unseen. I bought it with some Polaroid snapshots that John posted on the web.
And these are old pictures, or
old pictures back when it was at a van show. A couple of them were upside down, but it was cool. I got
you rolled the dice on that one.
Wow, I thought, what's the worst thing that could happen? I got to redo something.
Yeah, but
well, the biggest thing that scared me with the whole thing was the paint job.
Yeah,
we're over 40 years old on the paint with this.
Yeah, usually that don't last long.
I'll tell you what Rocky did, and it was, and I don't know why. I wish he would have had a chance to come on, and I get to talk to him because I told him we'd keep in touch. Rocky built a garage, and drove this van in it, and sealed the garage door closed. Actually, a door inside the door. They had to pull the door off to get the van back out. And the van sat in there over 25 years.
But no way to get in there to it, or
nope.
No kidding.
He had 4 flat tires when he called. When I talked to him, he goes, "We're trying to get it moved right now." I said, "It has to at least roll so they can get it on the trailer And then I hired a really good shipping company to make sure they wouldn't break the flares or break the spoilers or get the van damaged coming across the country.
Yeah.
That was the day she showed up, and boy was I excited.
All of it would be too.
No, it was cool. It was like looking up on a mountain and this mighty StoneHenge was on top of this trailer, and it was like Christmas for me. I was a kid that got to play with it.
It's a beautiful van, just as that, you
And
know.
that hadn't been washed in over 20 years, I don't think. So then we took it off the trailer and we put it in the shop. And then I got busy at work. So this week I knew you and I were going to get together. So me and my guys jumped on it and we started polishing and wiping and to see what we really had. Um, I'm going to tell you that Rocky was completely truthful. It was nicer than I thought it was. I thought that we'd have more to deal with when we got it. I've got some mechanical stuff and some paint issues, but the paint issues I have are in good spots, not bad spots. So figure for a paint job on this van, for let's say it's at least 40 years old, the murals are perfect. I got some fading on some pinstriping. I've got some paint chipping on the doors and the back doors and the side doors. You can see at the bottom of the driver's door there's a spot in the paint.
And right there,
It just flaked off.
yeah.
And that's before we even washed it. Now we've polished the wood and cleaned the interior, and I don't have it running yet. That's my next thing. You and I were just talking about that.
Right.
But we want to see what the aesthetics were. So I've had we have a painter. So he's looked at it. He can color match the paint perfect. We're not going to. So I just want everybody to know that when we do this van, we're not going to change anything. This van, when we're done, even if, give you an example, on the front, has Keystone rims in the front and rockets on the back. The Keystones,
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, so the fronts are Keystones and the backs are rockets. The front one's got some rust on them. I don't know if I can find another set or not, so I'll have these ones re-chromed. I'll take them off and have them re-chromed. I'm going to try to find the tires if they still make the same tire, because I've got to put tires on it. They look perfect, but again, they're 20 years old. I don't want to drive it to a van show and have something happen to me.
Yeah. In the front, in the front end's got woodwork.
So the front grill around it, what you don't see is another picture. And I don't know if I gave it to you or not, but the front's all wood. It's all carved wood. In the center of it's all twisted wrought iron, painted with silver and flake on the silver. And then there's in the van that came with it, as you can see around the headlights, it's little black dots. It's a Velcro. So when you park it at the van show, you put 2 mirrors one on each headlight, and it completes the whole front grille. And then it looks like from the shot you have here that the valance by the wipers is silver or chrome. It's not. It's actually silver paint with all silver metal flake in it.
Wow. That is wild. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't grab them, but I did see a picture of it with the mirrors on it.
And yeah, I think I showed it to you. So, and I'm sure you and I are going to talk again along this journey.
Yeah.
So if you look at the back doors, you just had it up there a second ago.
Yeah.
If you look above the right corner of the license plate, you see there's some paint chipping there.
Yeah.
So I'm going to probably have to paint that section of just that door. But we've taken, probably not the stripes. So we've taken photographs. The little white dots are all almost like airbrush snowflakes. So my painter, I used Chuck Parker. He's out of Oceanside, California, painting cars and vans and back windows for me for years for clubs I was in. So he's come out. We shot photos of it so he can duplicate it exactly. And again, we're not changing anything. We are just going to bring it back to its glory days the best we possibly can.
Now there's stripes there. Is that gold leaf?
That's gold leaf.
No kidding.
On the top and the bottom. Below the taillights, above the taillights, across and below the door, that's all gold leaf on the back.
Wow.
No, she's cool. I'm finding pinstriping where I didn't even know it. Today I took a bunch of pictures. I was at the shop for a few minutes. In the door jams, under the hood, along both side back doors, all hand pinstriped inside of it.
Wow.
And he was nice enough to give me, you can see that even the running boards are wood. They're just dirty in the picture you're looking at. We just got them cleaned. But all those running boards are hand carved wood. There's a ton of hand carved wood. The gentleman that built this van did a really amazing job. He must have spent a ton of time on this thing, because I can only imagine. And I took a picture today of his name. So if somebody asked me, I could tell you.
The painter?
The original guy that built it.
Yeah.
So it says designed and built by, looks like Jay Wohler.
Waller. Yep,
Yeah.
Jim Waller.
I looked it up. I couldn't find him on the internet.
I couldn't either. I looked
No.
for him myself, and I got that from the other guy's name. You gave
There was the guy that sold it to Rocky was the
yeah,
one that got it from Jay. Yeah.
yeah. He said he didn't know where he was. He's in Paducah, Kentucky, is where he's at. The last time he talked to him, so you never
I
know.
don't know.
You know, you never.
Right.
But I tried to get up with him. I tried to get up with Rocky, but you know, wow. And this is cool. That is
It's
badass.
cool. You should see it now. I polished it. It's really badass.
I mean that's excellent airbrush work.
No, it's just he was an amazing art, or is an amazing art. There's even you can't see it in these photos. The roof is even painted on both sides of the roof, under the visor, top of the visor.
Really?
He's got hundreds and hundreds of hours of painting this thing.
Man, he went all out on that, didn't he?
Yeah, wait till you show him the inside.
Now, do you have the name of the artist who did this?
That's so the original art. So the guy that I sent you, that Wooler, he's the one that painted it.
Oh, really?
I believe he's the one that actually airbrushed this. And we maybe get more to Rocky and John in the future,
Right.
Because I've reached out to Rocky and he's told me he was busy today and couldn't get up with us. But I have a great open line of communications because I asked him I'm going to need to ask some questions in the future.
Wow, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, super good guy. He told me when he originally bought this van, it actually mended a relationship with his father for many, many years. They used to take it to van shows and cruise it around. He gave me the show boards, he gave me the oil cans, the gas cans, the water cans, all pinstriped and painted. So I'm very fortunate to have that stuff too. And I'm going to display it just like with his name on it, just like it was his.
Oh yeah. And the interior.
Well, that's all sandblasted into the glass right there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that going on.
Really?
He's got on the show board. It says they use 4 velour, crushed velvet or velour bed sheets to do the interior.
Bed sheets.
That's what this is. Yeah, well,
hey,
it was
what you had to do back in those days.
It was the 70s.
Don't feel bad.
Look at the chains on the door. Is that cool?
That's cool to sell.
And then above it, it's where it's all painted blue, and then below it's all pinstripe below the crushed velvet.
Yeah, and the door and the window handle.
The window itself is completely hand etched with like fairies on them, all etched in the glass. Plus, around the sides of all the windows have been sandblasted.
Wow! Oh, I had a chain idea. I might use that.
Yeah, it's on the side doors too. It's got these big like caveman knockers on it. It's cool.
Oh yeah, right here.
Yep, this is cool.
That's wild. Don't they make any noise going down the road?
I don't know, the thing's so insulated inside, probably not.
Probably not. Yeah. That floor, man. I mean, look at the pad under the seat.
I know. And all the armrests and the seats are the same way. And then when you open the doors, he made 2 pieces. I don't have them on in this picture, but where you would step in the van, there's 2 panels, one for the back and one for the side that lay down, that would cover the actual flooring of the van as you walked in.
Really?
Yeah, it's very cool. Yeah, those are all on the left. StoneHenge mugs are all painted with S on them. And again, these pictures you're showing before we cleaned this. I gave you these pictures before I actually started to clean the van.
Yeah.
We got hours in it now. It looks amazing.
Yeah, I was trying to find, because I saw the pictures on here, but I couldn't find them again.
That's okay. We'll get them up on your page. I'll get you some more stuff. And I just wanted you to know what we're doing and take a journey with us here, because it's a rare opportunity. Really, I do a lot of cars in my life. It's a rare opportunity to find something that wasn't destroyed, that nobody got and changed it to the way they wanted to do it, change the wheels, change the wing, change the paint, or the paint didn't get destroyed along the way. We all know that, these things get rusty, depending on where they're at.
Well, you seen what I did with Dale and Joe with Scarlet Lady?
That's the first podcast I ever watched of yours.
Is that right? I mean, that's great. I would have looked at it and said, no, forget it. But
I've had a few of them come across I was looking for stuff. And I'm like, I'm not cutting the roof off. I'm not cutting the pans out. I don't want to do all that.
Well, you got a deal on this one. I'll tell you that.
No, she's cool. I mean, I feel, matter of fact, John Murrow is actually watching this now. Hey, John, I appreciate you doing this, man. This was really cool. He was the one that introduced me to Rocky. He's on my Facebook now. He follows me. I follow him. Um, but it's just, I feel blessed. So the funny part is, I tell myself, and like it's good for me, is I own the coolest van in the world. But probably every cool van would say the same thing.
I just own a van.
Yeah, it's
But it's cool to me. I want to take my van and do what I want to do with it.
exactly.
I don't know if you saw the one I did about a guy who fish.
I saw it.
The dude was wild, man. He was a cool dude. I want to talk to him again, but don't put a surfboard through this van.
No surfboards. Yeah, there's the back of it. Like, so there's lanterns below. They're kind of on the left and the right. Below's like a half bar back there, and it's all got like little chains, little crystals hanging everywhere. Lots of mirrors.
Right here.
Yeah.
I mean,
the dash is amazing. Really cool. If you look up on the center above the CD player, that's an old, like, rustic light plate with 2 switches in the middle.
Yeah, I see that.
It's just cool. I mean, in the dash, it's really cool because I'm tall though, so that's why I could never own a chopped van. I'd love to have one that's chopped. I love the look, but I'm 6'7".
Oh,
so but they built the dash up on this and the console low, so it's going to be one of those interesting deals to drive it. I got it the other day, and you can't see it in the photos here, but somebody even etched all the chrome on the steering wheel.
For real?
Oh, no, it's cool. And underneath the whole van is a polished stainless, not polished anymore, but the whole floor of the van from the bottom side of it is all stainless.
Really?
Yeah, so we'll get it up in the air in my rack next week, and we'll start to clean all that stuff too.
All right, send me some pics on that.
I will. And that piece you see at the door, the white stuff, it's brass cleaner. So that's a piece of brass that I'm going to actually take off and run on my buffer. But somebody at one point started to clean it, and it dried like that, I guess. But that's brass.
Wow. But what's this little wooden thing sticking up and going with a little padding on it? What is that?
Yeah, so that's just kind of a part of the design of how they built the back of it. They did a lot of that kind of stuff throughout the whole van. So that just kind of goes up with a pad. It doesn't really, it served no purpose other than the artist that did it. That was probably his vision.
Now, you know who did the interior?
I don't. I don't.
I
have the show board, and I can look through it. And again, I'll give you some more stuff as we go. I just, I was excited when I got this thing. I thought, I'm going to reach out to you. Let some people out in the world know that if you've ever seen it before or haven't seen it before, you're about to see it.
Man, I'm glad you're up with me.
Yeah, that's cool.
Ever since you talked to me about it, man,
we're going to get it up. I figure I probably have maybe a month because of my work schedule, maybe 2 at the most. But before summer comes, we're going to campaign this around California and start showing it. And then if I get some time in the future, maybe we'll take it back. Jack East again.
Hey, cool beans. Now, you're in California now, right?
I'm in California, correct.
Okay. I had to think about that, man. I got old time. I got CRS.
Yeah, I get it. You live in paradise. You're in North Carolina.
Well, I don't want to talk about my state, but no, not California. No. No, but I'd love to go out there and dip my feet in the Pacific. Matter of fact, first time I made a truck trip out to California, right, going into Needles, right. They got that big weight station over there. They had highway patrol. They were lined up down the road, right. Cars side by side, right. And I went there. I didn't know. I'd never been to California before in a truck. I didn't know what to expect. And I went through there. Well, I waved at them. They waved back. And the next thing I know, I look in the rearview mirror, and here he comes. And he pulled me over. And I had a 53-foot trailer. And the guy, he come out, he started measuring. He said, "Hold this." Gave me the measuring tape, right? He goes off to the other end of my trailer. I said, "What the hell is he doing?" And I didn't have it 3,500 pounds on it. I had little picture frames or some kind of stuff. But anyway, I asked him, I said, "Well, what's the deal?" I says, he just checking to see if I'm too long. I said, "Well, I ain't got 3,500 pounds. I mean, what can it do, He says, "Well, when you get to California here," he says, "we don't want you to come into the state and have the trailer to break in half."
What?
I said, "What?" I said, I come all the way from, I think I picked it up in South Carolina, I think. I said, I come all the way from South Carolina all the way to California just to get to California to break in half. I mean, you know,
Yeah, no doubt, really.
and he looked at me. He says, "I enforce the law. I don't make it."
Wow.
I said, "Do what you want to, man." And he gave me a ticket for being, I think it was like a foot and a half too long.
Interesting.
Tandem to fifth wheel kind of thing.
And
So
that was your welcome to California.
that was my experience of California.
Wow.
but yeah, I mean, it's a pretty state, I gotta admit. But
No, and you know, there's a lot of pretty states in the union for sure. But I
yeah,
did, like I told you, I lived in North Carolina about 7 years. I loved it there. It's beautiful.
yeah, and we got the band run goes to Cherokee. I don't know if you know about Cherokee, and that's beautiful country up in the mountains here, and that's one of my best band.
Interesting.
But if you ever make it back out here, you need to go to that one. If you want to relax, that's the one.
Cool.
But huh?
I said, very cool.
Very. See, what else have I got here? I think I got the top of the dash here. I mean, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
now, what's the drop?
What's
up
that?
at the top of that box? What is that?
It's interesting. It's all crushed velvet inside it, and there's just like they're hand carved, almost like these large acorns with like a little chain that goes in between it all. It's just maybe to put change in or something.
Oh, okay.
And again, the same kind of acorns are on the bottom above the engine cover. And
Yeah.
there's a small chain that goes all the way across to each one of those too.
That's just little details, man. That's
Detail on this thing that they really, really went above and beyond when they built this van.
That's the close up at the back.
About correct.
Now, what is this any purpose in this or?
I don't know. When I opened it up, I looked in the back of it. I assume those lights work, and there's more lights in the van. I haven't put a battery in it yet, so that's going to be, next week when we get it in the shop, get it up in the rack, and start. What we're going to do, figure, 20 years being parked, we're going to pull the gas tank, carburetor, fuel lines, brakes. I don't want to get them to go to a van run and have it, like we talked earlier, and have it break down on me. And I don't want to have to haul it around in my car trailer and be a trailer queen, because what's the enjoyment I have in the van then?
Oh, okay.
The van needs to see the road again. So, and it needs to have everybody that comes by my shop loves it or doesn't know what to think about it.
Is that right?
They're like, what in the? So,
best thing to me is somebody would lock this thing up for 20 years. I mean,
Rocky would have to be, and maybe John could tell you, John Morrow.
Yeah.
Rocky would be the one that could probably tell you why he did it. And I believe at this point in life, if I can remember the story, but I think he's moving. And he couldn't take it with him. He had to get rid of some things.
Oh.
When I got his phone number from John. And when I contacted him, he was in Costa Rica. He was out there having some, I think, dental work done or something like that. And we talked for a while. We talked through Facebook. And then when I got home, I called him again. And he caught a cold, and he said, give me a day or two. And so we did. We just kept going back and forth and back and forth. And then I pulled the trigger. I mean, I'm like, okay, let's just do this. He's like, I promise you, Steve, when you get the van to you, it'll be better than I told you it was. And he didn't lie. No, that van's friggin' cool.
It's amazing, man.
It's cool. Everybody's like, Molly Hatchet. It's funny because there's iconic vans. I've seen this van someplace in a trucking magazine or a vanning magazine back in the day. I just can't remember when. And it had so much of that stuff.
But I remember seeing it somewhere.
Yeah, so if somebody ever comes across a photo of it in a magazine or something, post it up on one of the van sites, because we're on them every day. We're going to keep posting as we go along, like I did the other night when we get ready to talk about you doing this for us. And I appreciate you taking the time today to do this with us.
Oh, hey, no problem. I mean, I appreciate y'all coming on my show, because I'm trying to get this thing going to where, boom, it's a good deal. You know what I mean?
No, it's a great thing, especially for the vans. The vans are coming back.
Oh, yeah.
I got a call the other day from a guy's like, I need van parts. He's like, you seem to be one doing some of this stuff. I mean, you gave me a good link the other day, and I wrote it down and I have it in front of me. But there's a website that you told me about, and maybe you ought to give them a plug, because I went on it and they do have a bunch of good van stuff out there.
Oh, you're talking about customvan.com?
Yes, so
yeah, Kirk Collis.
Yep. So they have some good van stuff.
But yeah, he took over J&J Fiberglass. That was back in the 70s. He got a whole bunch of their molds, and he's making some incredible parts.
I mean, because you can't find the stuff anymore. You can't find the wings. the visors. I found some used ones for the other one I had. The maroon one I just sold actually to another buddy of mine.
Yeah. Yeah. He got some amazing stuff. Matter of fact, I love to get stuff to do my Dodge with,
People keep asking, where do I get porthole windows from?
Oh, I don't even know, man. And if you find them online, they're like 500 to $1,000.
I looked on eBay the other day, they were $1,000 for a set of new old stock.
Oh,
I'm like, but again,
yeah.
you're gonna do this, do it right.
Yeah, you gotta have the good stuff. But speaking of the devils, all right, I got Joe here. He had to say something.
What's up, Joe?
A Scarlet Lady, man. I don't even know what the hell that means. But yeah, he's on here. I also got Dale. Looking good as always. Are you looking at me? I hope he can't see good. And I got this one.
Oh, that's my biggest fan. For a shout out from my wife. Happy anniversary. It's our anniversary today. And I love you. And as soon as I'm done with Dink, I'll take you to dinner.
What about me?
Well, if you want to come out, I'm more than happy to take you to dinner. You can buy a beer too.
Well, happy anniversary, Kelly.
Thank you.
You got a good cool dude here, man. He knows how to buy vans. Sight unseen, and he still gets something.
Nah. Sometimes in life you just got to take the risk. And when you can tell, I could tell with Rocky talking to him is very sincere, very passionate about this van. I'd love to get a chance to interview him. He's very passionate. I think it was a huge step for him to sell it to me.
I bet.
I'm sure it was. This would be hard to let go of. But on the other end of it, I told him, it went to a good home. I'm not going to chop it up. I'm not going to flat black spray paint it or do something stupid to the thing. We're only going to make the van better.
No, we're going to completely change it altogether.
I'm not changing the style, though. I'm not changing anything. Other than maybe the CD and the CD player. Other than that, I'm not changing a thing. We're just going to make it nice.
You got to put 8-track back in it.
That'd be cool.
Oh, God. But wow. I don't know if you know any of these people or not making comments on here. You know why?
No, but a lot of van. Hey, if you got a van, you're into vans.
Hey, we're all family. What the hell? Thanks, White. But I think that's about all we got there. But yeah, like I said, keep in touch with me, and we'll keep this thing boogieing on.
No, it'll be fun. I'll keep posting photos up on the different van sites. I'm on Vanners Inc. and some other ones. I got a really good buddy. I'm going to give a shout out to Ron Camber from Camber Speed Shops. Ron's got an awesome van. We grew up together. I talked to you about it when I first talked to you on the phone. He's got some good van parts at Reed's Rod Parts in Orange, California. He's got lights and stuff like that. So you may want to reach out to him. Super good guy, and he got amazing vans. So
yeah, there's another thing. I got my website started, but I ain't finished it yet. And I'm wanting to get a hold of some of these people who have van parts and do a little advertising with me.
Yeah, and I talked to Ron a while back, and he said there's a guy close to me that's got a bunch of fiberglass wings and stuff, and I'm trying to track him down too.
Oh yeah? Oh, okay. Cool. But what was your shop again?
OC Rods and Customs, Lake Elsinore, California.
Lake Elsinore. Is that in Northern California? Or?
No, middle. I'm away from the coast between Los Angeles and San Diego.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So got about an 8,000 square foot shop, and always busy. And we're on Facebook, OC Rods and Customs. You can follow us on Facebook or friend us, and
Yeah, I was going.
What's that?
Yeah, I was going through your pics on your page, and you got some pretty wild stuff. I mean,
yeah, we do customer stuff, and we buy and sell. I do a lot of hot rods. I ship a lot of cars overseas. So that market's good still. It's a hobby, go figure. Dabble in cars, but you fall in love with some of them. Some things your lifestyle and some don't. My wife has a Chevelle. She's all about that. I'm the van guy.
You gotta keep her happy, man.
No, she can't wait to cruise in this thing. She's like, get it done.
Well, hell, I can't wait. When you gonna pick me up?
Road trip.
Be in the middle. Hell, we ride around Texas. Yeah, what the hell?
Good. That's all good.
But man, I appreciate you being on here.
No, thank you.
And keep it up, man.
Keep watching. I'll send you some more stuff. Let's do this again, maybe next month. By then I'll have it running, and we'll do one more again. And then when I debut it at the first show I take it to, or something like that, I'll do some videos, and we'll get that to you too. And Anybody has any questions about it, contact Dink or me, or any information for the history on it.
Yeah.
We're looking for that. Any pictures in van magazines or books or anything anybody has,
Or if
please
anybody,
reach out. We'd love to see it.
yeah, or anybody take any pictures at van run somewhere,
That's because everybody posts all these photos out there, and I'm looking at like every one to see if it's like in the background.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's like the guy, the next guy I'm doing, Bill Dempster, or I think that's how you say his name.
Oh, with the red Dodge van, yeah.
I can rape him, Dan.
That's
But
all right.
he says he has the paperwork proof that it was in that Hyatt Dodge photo. I don't know if
Really?
you've seen it. Yeah.
Right.
He's got documentation that it was in that photo.
So he's purchased that. He's going to bring it back to life.
Oh yeah, he's already brought it back to life. I mean,
Has he?
Yeah, it's running and rolling. I'm getting ready to do him by 8 o'clock, and he'll catch it. And he's done amazing things, considering what it looked like when he got a hold to it.
Yeah, they're a lot of work. I mean, especially if you got to paint one.
Oh yeah,
dinged and rust. It's a lot of area to keep straight. I'm very fortunate. There was not a ding in this thing, not a dent, not a crack in it. I mean, really. Even the fiberglass flares, one tiny chip in the right front one. Spoiler's perfect.
Yeah.
We'll toss a battery next week and fire some with a, gizmos and gadgets up and see what's lighting up and what's not.
Yeah, you need to play the lottery because you got lucky on that one, man.
No, I got really super lucky. And one cool thing, Rocky, thank you. He gave me the Molly Hatchet CD. That was on the album cover, so we're going to drop it in the CD player and jam some Molly Hatchet out of that one.
Bonus.
Yeah, no, it's cool. He's really cool. We're very blessed. I feel very blessed all the way around.
You are, my man. You are. Cool. But take your wife out and feed her steak, whatever else she wants.
Anniversary night, so we're going out to dinner. I just want to let you know, thank you guys, everybody, for watching this. Thanks, Dink, for having us on. See you real soon. And you're going to see StoneHenge at a van show near you.
Hey, you did a commercial for me here, buddy.
With that, I'll expect my revenue check. Just send it to me.
As soon as I get one.
That sounds good.
All right, my man. You take it easy. All right. And next time, and keep up with me. All right.
I will. I'll keep in contact. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, Doc. We'll see you.
All right, guys. Thanks.
Later. Well, there we go with another fine story. That is one badass van. I love that van. If I had money, I'd try to talk him out of it, but I doubt I could. Okay. All right, guys. Make sure you tune in at 8 again, because we're going to have the Red Eyes van on here. I found out that it wasn't a dude, it was a van. So call me stupid. All right. All right. We'll see you guys at 8. And I'm trying to find my stuff here. And like I said, keep the shiny side up, greasy side down. Don't make the antenna wiggle. All right. And we'll catch you on the next show. Y'all have a good one. Later.
Mm-hmm.